In this video, we're going to continue to build our multiplication confidence while also learning to recognize patterns in multiplication. So this example asks us to complete the pattern. So we think about, okay, a little bit of algebraic thinking here as well. What times 6 equals 48? So our answer is 8. 8 times 6 equals 48. What times 60 equals 480? Be careful. Because of what we were doing in the addition earlier, you might be tempted to write 80. That's not the case. Still just 8. 8 times 60, we'll do the math. 8 times 0 is 0. And then 8 times 6 is obviously 48. So that is obviously this one right here. If we were to go 60 times 80, you might be able to guess we're going to have an extra 0, but let's just prove that. 0 times 0 is 0. Then 0 times 6. We haven't looked at double-digit multiplication yet, but we'll show you anyway, is 0 as well. Then as we go down to the next line, we have to put a 0 here. We'll talk about why when we look more specifically at it. Now we're going to do, sorry, I just like to underline that because it's the 0 we have to put. Now 8 times 0 is 0, and 8 times 6 is 48. So our answer there is 4,800. So that one isn't actually on here. But something I want you to notice, and you'll see this more in the future, is when we're doing multiplication, and this differs from addition from earlier, when you multiply numbers, we actually end up sort of adding the zeros. So 60 times 80, there's 2 zeros in our question. We end up with 2 zeros in our answer. Because of that, you might be able to guess that we have 2 zeros here, 2 zeros there. What times 600 equals 4,800? Still 8. Same thing, 3 zeros, 3 zeros. 8 times 6,000, 48, and the 3 zeros. 8 times 60,000, 48, and the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. 8 times 600,000, 48, and the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And finally, 8 times 6 million, 6 zeros with the 48. This example looks a bit scarier because the blanks are all over the place, but it's going to be the same concept. So 4 times what equals 36? Algebraic thinking, hoping you know your fact families. 4 times 9 equals 36. So what times 9 equals 360? Remember what we said earlier about the number of zeros in the question? Together, they add, sort of make that number of zeros at the end of the answer. So there's no zeros after the 9. So you can probably guess, also by looking at these digits below, that this is going to be 40. 40 times 9 is 360. By all means, if you want to prove it to yourself, do the math over here. 9 times 0 is 0. 9 times 4 is 36. 400 times 9, I think you can guess there's 2 zeros there, so it's going to be 36 with the 2 zeros. Let's prove it to ourselves. 400 times 9. 9 times 0 is 0. 9 times 0 is 0. 9 times 4, 36. Yeah. We'll keep that going now. So 4 times 9 is 36. 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3. 4,000 times 9 is 36,000. Makes sense when you say it out loud too. Okay, what times 9 is 360,000? Well, there needs to be 4 zeros in it, so I'm going to go 40,000 times 9, 360,000. 4 zeros. Now I have 5 zeros. I think from the pattern, you know this should just be times 9. 5 zeros in my answer. 3,600,000. And finally, 6 zeros there. 4 million times 9 is going to be 36 million. This is the last example we're going to look at for this section. Complete the pattern. What times 8 equals 72? Think about your fact families. Or if you know a little bit of division, sort of hinting ahead, 72 divided by 8 is 9. Other hint, 9 is here and here, so it's probably going to be 9. Now looking at 9 times what equals 720. Again, thinking of that idea of the zeros. 9 times 8 is 72, so 9 times 80, 720. 1 0, 1 0. Now we have 3 zeros. 9 times 8, 72, and throw the 3 zeros on the end. 9 times 8,000, 72,000. If you want to prove it to yourself, 1, 2, 3 times 9. 9 times 0, 9 times 0, 9 times 0, 9 times 8. Simple as that. Good luck with this section.